Good afternoon. Welcome to the Weather Gurus channel. I want to bring you continuing coverage of Tropical Storm Marco and my prediction. Tropical Storm Marco will continue to move northwest, and then it will move northeast over the Gulf of Mexico. This storm will strengthen to a minimal hurricane, 75 miles an hour, and then it will decrease back to a tropical storm. Marco cone has been shifting eastward all day, and it will continue to shift eastward. And I predict a Florida Panhandle landfall sometime on Wednesday afternoon into Thursday morning if the system slows down. And the reason I say that is because it's feeling the effects of this trough already. And so as Marco, which is here, is going to come up and it's going to make a beeline for the eastern Florida Panhandle, the eastern Big Bend, somewhere between Apalachicola and Cedar Key, Florida, right here in this mouth bay of the Appalachian Bay. Okay, so there's nothing to be super concerned about. This will be a typical tropical storm type of deal. It is being pulled apart now by a lot of shear, southwesterly shear across the Gulf of Mexico, and that's having an influence as well on the direction of it. So expect this system right now to slow down. Right now it's moving northwest at 13 miles an hour, but by Sunday afternoon, this system is going to slow down to about 7 or 8 or maybe 5, somewhere between 5 and 7 miles an hour, okay? And that's going to allow it to change direction to head due north and then northeast, right up into the Bay of Florida here, right up into between Apalachicola and Cedar Key, Florida. That is where the landfall is going to be. So this cone, expect the cone from the National Hurricane Center. We have the next update, intermediate update, coming at 8 p.m. And then we have a full advisory coming up at 11 p.m. That's the National Hurricane Center advisory. Now, this is my prediction. This is not the Hurricane Center's prediction, but they have been, just a disclaimer, but they have been shifting the cone eastward. And I'm going to guarantee you 100% that the next 11 p.m. advisory, this cone is going to shift eastward. In New Orleans, you're going to be in the clear. Biloxi, you're going to be in the clear. Lake Charles, you're going to be in the clear. And definitely 100% Houston, you are in the clear as far as Tropical Storm Marco or Hurricane Marco when it does become that later on. Well, we do need to worry is from anywhere from Mobile, Alabama to Apalachicola to Cedar Key. That is going to be the impact zone. And right now, the Florida Panhandle is going to be the impact zone. Somewhere east of Apalachicola, Florida, will be the landfall of this system. I can 100% guarantee that to you. And, I'm just giving you the information ahead of time so you can prepare to get your gas, your food, your water, just in case the power goes out. Because, if 30, 40 mile an hour winds, that can cause power outages easily. If a lot of these tree capitals of the world here in the Panhandle, they have a lot of trees. So I just wanted to give you the heads up that that's where it's going. And the only thing missing now is the timing. Like I said, I expect it to slow down once it gets in the Gulf of Mexico and change direction. So if it slows down right now, this timeline here is going to have to go out the window. So we're looking at a landfall probably not until Wednesday afternoon, Thursday morning, most likely, in the Panhandle, okay? So it's going to be there. So that's what I mean. You have more time to prepare, but at the same time, I want you just to get prepared because, just because there could be possible power outages. Storm surge, I don't anticipate too much storm surge, and maybe 3 to 5 foot rise of water, 5 to 7 foot maximum. It's not going to be a 20-foot Katrina storm surge, not with this type of system. So, because most of it is eastern loaded here, most of the convection, and it's not a big system really. So, it's not. We don't expect any crazy storm surge, but they'll issue that later. The Hurricane Center will issue that later once they get closer to the landfall thing here. Let me give you some of the tropical storm facts here. The winds, tropical storm force winds only extend out 90 miles from the center. That hasn't changed. The pressure has come down to 992 millibars, which is a pretty decent for tropical storm. It's nothing crazy mind blowing, but it is strengthening somewhat. Okay, now because of the like I said, because of the tropical storm force winds here only extending out 90 miles from the center, I just want to show you the graphics here, okay? That means that it's not going to be a big area that's going to experience tropical storm force winds, and maybe some hurricane gusts, but it's not going to be sustained hurricane winds out of this system. I don't think so. Not with its interaction with this trough now, okay? There may be some enhanced thunderstorms. There may be some, of course, tornadoes are always a threat when you have a landfalling system, but I don't expect a major outbreak of that either, not with this type of system. So when it makes landfall in the Florida Panhandle, as predicted, when I predict this, okay, they're going to issue, first they're going to issue tropical storm warnings. Those probably won't come the hurricane watches and warnings probably won't come until after this weekend. So you're talking about Monday afternoon is when they'll start issuing. Yes, I'm sorry. Well, it could be Sunday night. Sunday night into Monday morning, they'll issue tropical storm and hurricane warnings for the Florida Panhandle and a little bit of Alabama, and that's it. But they're gonna shift this cone definitely 100% well to the east. I'm talking about miles, hundreds of 200 miles to the east easily. So count on that, okay? Just be prepared for the Panhandle. You know, you've been through the drill before with Hurricane Michael and other big major hurricanes, okay? So you know the deal. Same thing with the Gulf Coast of Alabama. You know the deal, okay? So just be prepared. In Louisiana, you're in the clear. Thank God you'll be in the clear probably tomorrow afternoon or Monday morning at the latest. They'll go ahead and shift this cone off you, and they'll shift it to Florida, and that's where the system is going right here, right here between Apalachicola and Cedar Key, that northeast Big Bend zone, baby. That's where it's going. So thank you for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I can definitely answer them for you. Have a great afternoon.